guitar, I just played all the C's up the neck. I did that because I know what my octave pattern shapes are. And it's handy to know what your octave pattern shapes are. They're like a scaffolding or an outline so that you can then fill it in with chords. So let's do that more slowly, and I'll kind of tell you also which chord is being outlined. So in the first one, you can see from C to C, what we do is we skip 2 strings and we skip a fret. And then we have a C and a C, which outlines a C chord. So we have a C-shaped C chord in this case. Okay, now I'm just going to replace this finger with my first finger, and I'm going to find the next pattern by skipping a fret and skipping a string. Now I have another C here. And this outlines the A-shaped, so we now have an A-shaped C chord. Can also be played like this, right? Okay, so now I have this pattern, and now I'm going to replace this pattern with my first finger, and I'm going to skip a string and 2 frets if I go in this direction. I can also go to the 6th string, because remember, whatever you do on the 1st string and the 6th string is mirrored, okay? Now, this outlines the G shape. Okay, you would actually need to use your first finger as a capo and play it this way. Not easy to play. It's often broken down as just to be played like this, to be played like this, or like this. But you see that knowing the pattern helps you visualize what the shape is and what chord you can play here. So that would be a G-shaped C chord. Okay, now we're going to go to the 1st string or to the 6th string, and we get in this direction. We skip 2 strings and 1 fret to get a C on the 4th string. If we go in this direction, we skip a string and a fret to get this C. And this one, as you can see, is an E-shaped C chord. Okay, so we can see this, and we can visualize the chord within that. Okay, now we just replace, put our first finger where our 3rd was, and we have the C still on the 4th string, and then we're going to end up back where we started with the C on the 2nd string. Okay, and this one outlines the D chord on the top, and there's our root here. So we have the root C and the root C here, so we have a D-shaped C chord. So what we just did was we went through C, A, G, E, D, K-J-D, and we ended up with our roots. And you can do this starting, if you, whatever note, just name a note. Once you know the pattern, you can find your way all up and down the neck with the patterns and visualizing the chord shapes that you want. So, let's say I wanted to do F, so I would go F, Okay, so I went all the way up the neck. I played every F on the fingerboard. I may have skipped a 6th string or a 1st string because I didn't always mirror, but that's how you find your way around the neck very easily. Memorize these shapes and you'll be well on your way to mastering the fingerboard.